Good day. Today our topic is plastic deformation process and workability of material. Here, what is meant by plastic deformation? When we apply the stress on the body may undergoes permanently deform, which is known as plastic deformation. And what is meant by workability? Workability is defined as the extent to which a material be deformed in a specific metalworking process, as like forming, extrusion, rolling, without the formation of cracks. So without the formation of cracks, we can deform the material or process the material. We can tell that the material has a higher workability. So what is workability? How can we define the plastic deformation process? Plastic deformation process can be subdivided it into two types. One is three-dimensional deformation, which is also called as the bulk deformation process. In that bulk deformation process, we can apply the stress with the principal stresses in x direction, y direction, and z direction also. And then the plastic deformation has another type, which is two-dimensional deformation. If I consider the sheet metal forming means, I always follows a two-dimensional metal forming process. Here, next, what is workability? Workability is always deals with the determination of deformation process. The deformation process here, the deformation process not involved with any fracture. Okay, so that the safer side we can apply the stress on the body means which can be deformed, which is known as workability of material. How can we define in metal forming process, which is one of the complex process, but it is not dependent on fracture resistance, and which can be deals always with the stress state of the deformation process, which can be defined by the stress state can be defined by three cases. One is die geometry, and the second one is workpiece geometry, and then third one is lubrication conditions. So we should determine both the three things, which are die geometry, workpiece geometry, and lubrication conditions in working environment, which defines or determines the workability of material. The greater the workability of a material, the greater the deformation will occurs. That can be produced before fracture occurs. So, ease of manufacture also is aided when the metal has a low flow stress. Flow stress is always called as yield strength of the material. So, that the force that must be applied by the processing equipment, which are die casting, die forging, or natural forging process, or smithy process, we can apply the force with the processing equipment, and the stresses on the dies are lower because flow stress decreases with increasing temperature. Much plastic deformation of metals is carried out at elevated temperature. So the temperature relationship also available with this metalworking process. The temperature also defines the workability of material. The workability may be defined with the temperature means, which is called as hot working. So the metal working is classified it into hot working and cold working. If hot working, after that I process on that material, I heat the material it into its recrystallization temperature. After that I may apply the force on that body means, which are all comes under hot working. Cold working means if I maintain the material at room temperature, I apply the force on that body, and then that body gets deformation means cold working. So the temperature always also involved with this plastic deformation process. The if flow stress decreases with increasing temperature, much plastic deformation of metals is carried out at elevated temperature. So what is workability? Workability means the maintain the workpiece without any cracking. So crack formation is the most important factor to decide the workability of material. What is crack formation? The crack formation that limits workability is usually a form of ductile fracture. At temperatures lower than about one half the melting point, this is familiar dimple rupture mode, but at higher temperature, fracture initiated by grain boundary sliding or cavitation can occur. Workability problems can also arise when deformation is localized to a narrow zone. So, flow localization is caused by the formation of a dead metal zone between the workpiece and the tooling. So, the dead metal zone also plays vital in the workability of material. So, metal poor dead zone happens because of poor lubrication or because the dies are cooler than the workpiece. These two cases are important in incorporation in workability of material. Those are poor lubrication and cooler dies than workpiece. Okay, so if I select these parameter for deform the material means the flow localization is occurred. Localized flow can also result from flow softening due to structural instabilities such as adiabatic heating, grain coarsening or spheroidization. So these are happened with the workability and stress relations. So the what is workability? Workability of a material is not a fixed property. The state of stress in the workpiece imposed by the geometry of the deformation process greatly affects the workability. Stress states with the high compressive components that impede crack initiation or propagation enhance workability. Here I can define those things with the mathematical expression also. Here, what is workability? What is workability parameter plays vital. Workability parameter denoted by beta. So, the workability parameter can be expressed with beta is equal to 3 sigma m divided by sigma bar. Here, what is sigma m? Sigma m is the mean stress or hydrostatic component stress, which can be expressed by sigma m is equal to 1 divided by 3 into sigma 1 plus sigma 2 plus sigma 3. Here where the sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3 available, yes, you can refer this diagram. There are principal stresses, the combination of principal stresses sigma 1 is equal to sigma 2 is equal to sigma 3, which can be available with this cube. We can add those things sigma 1 plus sigma 2 plus and sigma 3. From this we can identify the mean value with 1 by 3. So we can get the mean stress or hydrostatic stress with this expression. From this we can get the sigma m value for workability parameter. And then what is sigma bar? Sigma bar means effective stress, which can be identified through the expression of 1 divided by square root of 2 into square root of sigma 1 minus sigma 2 square. Here the sigma 1 available and the sigma 2 available with the y direction, so that we subtract both the principal stresses with each other and squared the thing sigma 1 minus sigma 2 square plus sigma 2 minus sigma 3 square whole square also available, and then finally plus sigma 3 minus sigma 1 whole square. From this we can get the effective stress. From this we can identify workability parameter of every material, which is came from beta is equal to 3 into sigma m divided by sigma bar. From this we can identify the workability parameter of every material. Then workability evaluation. How can we identify or evaluate the workability of material? I can refer from ASM Metals Handbook. Okay, in that there are 3 tests are available: tension test, torsion test and compression test. The principal stresses for tension test sigma 1 is available, but sigma 2 is equal to sigma 3 is equal to 0. Here you see sigma 1 is available for tension test, sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0 with the tension test. So effective stress may be called as sigma 1, because sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0 for tension test. So effective stress is only available with sigma 1. And then mean stress I can get with the mean stress equation, because sigma 1 plus sigma 1 plus sigma 1 available, so that sigma 1 divided by 3. Likewise, I might get the mean stress value, because here sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0, so that I can get 1 by 3 into sigma 1 for mean stress of tension test. Based on this, I can get the beta value, workability parameter of beta is equal to 1. The strain to fracture measurement eta f is equal to longitudinal logarithmic natural logarithmic of original rod area divided by necking time area of the cross sectional area of the specimen. From this we can get the strain to fracture measurement eta f from natural logarithm of a naught divided by an. And then torsion test we can utilize sigma 1 is equal to minus sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0. From this I can substitute with this equation sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3 corresponding value. On that I can get root 3 into sigma 1, mean stress value 0 and workability parameter also 0, and strain to fracture measurement which can be calculated from eta f is equal to r into theta. Theta is the rotation angle in a torsion test equipment. After that, divided by root 3 into L, length of the specimen. And then third test is compression. Compression test gives minus sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3 always 0, as same like a tension test, but the force is acted on negative direction, so that sigma 1 is denoted with the negative symbol. So the effective stress is equal to sigma 1, and the mean stress can be expressed with this equation. I can substitute minus sigma 1 into the values that is available with the sigma 1 plus sigma 2 plus sigma 3. I can get minus sigma 1 but divided by 3. So the workability parameter for compression test is minus 1. Here also strain to fracture measurement I can calculate from eta f is equal to natural logarithm of final fractured component area divided by original component area. From this I can get the strain to fracture measurement. So from this diagram also we can analyze or we can get the workability parameter from this diagram also. Here you see this figure shows the strain to fracture plotted against the parameter beta. So the curve is determined from three basic mechanical property tests, which are tension, torsion and compression. The appropriate parameter for each of these tests are given in that table, which is tension, torsion and compression test. Already I told how can we get the sigma 2 and sigma 3 is equal to 0, and sigma 1 has the value with the tension test. Likewise I explained about what is mean by torsion test, how can we get the workability parameter for compression test. Likewise I told. So this figure also shows the location of the most common bulk metal deformation processes in terms of the level of compressive stress state. Now you can understand what is the basic things that are available with the workability of material. Thank you.